Earlier this morning, 180 million Americans were under a wind chill advisory. These are the current wind chill numbers. Duluth minus 22. That's better than the minus 45 and 50 just the other day. But St. Louis minus 8, Nashville even 9. The cold air in place is reaching all the way down to the deep south, where we're looking at a number of low temperature records, maybe 24, 25 overnight tonight. 8 in St. Louis, currently 3 in Chicago, 18 in New York City. That's going to seem balmy compared to what's coming because we've got another blast on the way. But record low temperatures down in Louisiana, southern Mississippi, Alabama. We'll probably be talking about the orange juice prices going up. But the next blast, and again, I'm sorry to say this, moves across the Great Lakes in toward the northeast for the rest of the week and through the weekend. Erie, Pennsylvania ended the month of December with 121 inches. That's 20 inches above the entire seasonal average. But it looks like it's going to be with us for some time, even down to the deep south.
An unusual sight, a blanket of snow in the desert. Now, Saudi Arabia has a hot desert climate, but now snow covers desert sands in the central and northwestern regions.
The third most powerful earthquake in Oklahoma's recorded history jolted the northern part of the state this weekend. The magnitude 5.1 quake centered near Fairview was felt in 7 states overall.
The ground keeps shaking in Oklahoma and more violently. This year already 140 quakes, 3.0 or larger, an average of 2.5 per day. Before 2008, the average was 1.5 per year.
Extreme weather wreaking havoc across the U.S.
My whole entire house is flooded.
In Acton, California, a sudden downpour flooded Hillary Mulligan's home, leaving it covered in mud.
I just couldn't believe it was like a monsoon rolled in, a really freak storm.
In Burlington, New Jersey, torrential rains caused extensive flooding, leaving many motorists stranded. And in Chicago, stormy weather forced the Lollapalooza Music Festival to shut down early. Singer Lorde was performing on stage when organizers called for festival goers to evacuate Grant Park, where the 4-day outdoor music concert is being held.
Now, for more on this, we're joined from our downtown studio in Toronto by senior climatologist with Environment Canada, Dave Phillips.
That's why we're seeing this unprecedented amount of precipitation. I mean, the amount of rain that would fall in Houston in 1 year, they're getting in 6 days. The United States National Weather Service does not use hyperbole, and they've been using words like life-threatening, unprecedented, catastrophic, and it's clearly been all of those.
The most powerful Atlantic Ocean hurricane in recorded history is making its way across the Caribbean. Residents in the area have been preparing for the worst and are now riding out the storm.
We would see record-breaking temperatures this week.
That's right. Some places could be in the triple digits for the next several days. And Joy Benedict is live in Woodland Hills with details on a heat advisory. And Joy, is it already warming up out there?
Gotta tell them to get off the playground or come inside for a little while. Now here in Woodland Hills, it is going to be a scorcher. We're talking of highs of about 107 to 108 degrees, as Craig has been talking about. And tomorrow it's going to get even hotter. And I know he'll have more of that later on in his weather forecast. I'll send it back to you guys.
Wildfires burning out west. A brief downpour and cooler temperatures provided some much needed relief for crews battling a record-setting fire in Los Angeles. The La Tuna fire has burned more than 7,000 acres. All mandatory evacuations have now been lifted. Meantime, in Montana, the Lolo Peak fire has burned more than 42,000 acres. More homes were evacuated over the weekend. Firefighters are clearing the brush and knocking down trees to limit fuel to the fire. And in Oregon, all of the hikers who were forced to spend the night trapped between 2 wildfires are safe back at home this morning. Officials had ordered them to stay put Saturday night until firefighters could clear a safe path out.
Biggest similarities between all these different closed Walmart locations is the sheer number of shipping containers being housed in the parking lot. Between the police guarding the building and the increased amount of security cameras, you would almost think that Walmart was some sort of secure facility.
One of the videos in the Ohio one saying that they heard booming noises that showed that they were talking about building underground. And there's been so many of these Walmarts being closed down and turned into these federal facilities and closed off.
Obviously, it's undeniable that they are getting ready for something. What are they getting ready for? To you with the real agenda at hand, and that is these Walmart tunnels. Walmart tunnels, conduits for DUMBs, FEMA, ETs, Chinese military, or cheap labor, or like I like to say, all of the above. It's by Liberals Unite. Now, I don't know if you all know this, but this is not a conspiracy. But what is Walmart also doing? Walmart is converting a lot of their Walmarts, not only in the FEMA camps, but they also are providing underground tunnels.